Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Chandler, and today I'm going to be showing off my entire CD collection. I got quite a few CDs, and I figured it'd be kind of fun just to show them off here, kind of get some more content on the channel. So again, if you like what you see, feel free to hit subscribe and to like the video. That does go a long way. I also want to do this with my movies as well. I have a lot of movies, and I would love to make a video collection on that as well. So if you guys like this one, I will definitely try to get a movie one up here soon, because again, movies are like a huge part of my life. I love everything about them, and it makes me happy. So I just want to share that happiness with you guys here. So the way that I'm going to kind of do the video is that I have a lot of albums. A lot of the albums, I have multiple CDs of the same artist. So what I'm going to do is I got a stack right here that's going to have the multiple artists in them. And then I have another stack that I'll show you guys that I only have one CD of that artist, if that makes sense. It'll make sense once I go through the video. So we'll go ahead and start with the ones that I have multiple CDs of the same artist, and then we'll go through the other stack that I have that is on my floor. There's quite a bit of CDs, so I'm just going to power through those. I may mention a couple of things about each album, but we'll go ahead and go from there. Let's go and get that going. Alright, so to kick things off here, we got one of my favorite bands of all time. So we'll start with Wage War. I'm actually wearing a Wage War shirt right now. It's a Chick-fil-A shirt, which I thought was pretty funny. But so we got Wage War Blueprints, Wage War Dead Weight, and Wage War Pressure. A lot of people don't like this album, and I can see why. It's a lot different from the other two albums, but I was able to find some joy in this album. I really do enjoy it for what it is. Their new album should be coming out this year, and I will definitely be pre-ordering that as well once it does come out. So next up here, we have Polaris, The Mortal Coil. I actually did a reaction on those guys to their song Vagabond. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on the channel. And also their second album, which is called The Death of Me. One of the best metalcore albums I've heard in a long time. It's super good, man. Super, super good. Alright, up next is I Prevail Lifelines. I like these guys a lot. I've never seen them live. I'd like to, but they got some really, really good songs on this album, especially for a debut. Really good album. We got their other album, their second album, which is called Trauma. They have a new album actually coming out this year as well. Trauma was really good. It's got some bangers like Bow Down, Let Me Be Sad. That's a really good song when you're feeling sad, man, I'm telling you. Gasoline, Hurricane. It's got some bangers on here. Really popular band, but really good band as well. Alright, next is Fire from the Gods, Narrative Retold. This is actually the deluxe version of their album called Narrative, but this just has a couple more songs on it. I love these guys. I've seen them live, and man, they kill it. They're super good. We got Fire from the Gods, American Sun. This one's not as metal as Narrative Retold, but it's still got some great rapping and some great songs on it as well. This is a really good album. Super good. Alright, next we have A Day to Remember, Common Courtesy, one of my favorite albums of all time, and my favorite Day to Remember record. Day to Remember, Bad Vibrations. I have come around to really like this album a lot. I didn't really like it at first, but the more I listened to it, the more I enjoyed it. So I actually really, really like this album. Definitely grew on me for sure. A Day to Remember, You're Welcome. Brand new album. This came out like a month ago. Very divisive album. I pre-ordered it when Brick Wall came out. And overall, I like the record. I do have a podcast episode on that. If you wanted to search it up under Chandler Burton Podcast, you can find it on all streaming services if you want to listen to it. But overall, it's a decent record. Not my favorite Day to Remember record, but it is pretty good. I don't have the other ones because trying to find them right now is very, very difficult. And they're very expensive. So I gotta budget my money and those types of things. So, all right. So next we have Era Drift. This is a great album, super good. And another thing about Era too is I like older Era, but I prefer it when they have JT, their new vocalist. So the next three albums are gonna have JT on it. So Era Drift, Era Neon, and of course one of the greatest metalcore albums ever, and it just came out, and I mean that sincerely. It's one of the best albums I've heard. Era's self-titled. If you have not listened to Era's self-titled, now is the time to get into Era. Every song on here is a banger. I can't even skip a song. I can't even recommend a song because they're all that great. This is like a 10 out of 10 album. That rarely happens for me. Seriously. Era, self-titled, you won't be disappointed if you're into metal. Okay, so also this is Fit for a King Descendants. I have all of Fit for a King's albums except Creation Destruction because I can't find it anywhere, and if I look for it online, it's like $500 something. I can't pay that much money for a CD. I'd really like to, but I'm not able to afford it. So this is their first album, Descendants. This is the Redux version. Fit for a King, Slave to Nothing. Fit for a King, Dark Skies. It's actually out of order. I have Death Grip right there. Dark Skies. Death Grip, which is a little banged up. I've had the CD for ever since it came out, so a little banged up, but CD is still good. It's in a case. And then, of course, The Path, their most recent album. Not a bad album, not my favorite album by them, but it's still a good album, in my opinion. Okay, this one's really old. I bought this at Hot Topic back in 2011. I don't have the case for it anymore. It's August Burns Red Leveler. It's pretty old, really old. Again, I don't have the case, but decent album. Another album that kind of grew on me over time. August Burns Red Phantom Anthem. This is a great metalcore album, man. Like, seriously, banger. Their newest album, Guardians, was really good, but this one's still one of my favorites by them. It's really good. Any Given Day, Everlasting. This is a German metalcore band. If you're a fan of Killswitch Engage or any type of band like that, you're gonna love these guys. So check this album out. Again, Any Given Day, Everlasting. Also, their most recent release, Any Given Day, Overpower. I've had this for a couple of years, and again, it's a little banged up, but this is a great, powerful metalcore album. Not changes the genre anyway, but man, it's a good record. Alright, this is also out of order, which is weird. A Mice and Men. What's this album called again? I don't even know. Oh, Earth and Sky. I was like, what is the name of the album? Earth and Sky. Super good album. It's a really big album, too. That's what she said. But there's a lot going on in this for a CD. It's pretty cool, actually. Like, this opens up, and it's like a whole maze. I'm like, dang, this is pretty cool, actually. This is a great album. This is such... I don't know what it is. Like, their new stuff is great. I like their old stuff, too. But, man, this album is super sick. I only got this for like $9. So it's pretty cool. Alright, Of Mice and Men Defy. A lot of people don't like this album. I like it okay. I prefer Earth and Sky over this album. But I like this album okay. It was their first release without Austin Carlisle. But I like it okay. Alright, we got a few more, and then we're going to go to the other stack here. So we have Currents, The Place I Feel Safest. A great metalcore album from a great metalcore band. Currents, I Let the Devil In. This is an EP. It's got 5 songs on it and also got the instrumental versions of those songs. So, really, really, really good EP. Banging EP, actually. And this CD broke. Well, the CD didn't break, but the case broke. But it's Currents, the way it ends. Yeah, the front's broken. But the CD's safe. It's in a good case. And it's all taken care of. Alright, so I got one more stack to show you. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so we got one more stack here. Again, this is the stack of where I only have one album from each of the artists. So, still quite a bit left to go. I'll try to just power through these and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got Slipknot, We Are Not Your Kind. I want to start building up my Slipknot collection because I love Slipknot. They're one of the bands that got me into heavier types of music. And this album's really, really good. It's tied up there with Iowa for me. Like, that's how good this album is, in my opinion. Banger album. Alright, so we got Lightworker, Fury by Failure. This is a brand new band, actually, on Solid State Records. The singer's got a great voice. Sounds like Howard Jones from Killswitch Engage. She's got that powerful opera singing voice in a way. Kind of weird way to describe that, but super good album. It's really fun to listen to. I need to check it out a little bit more, but obviously I loved it, so I bought it. Really, really good. Beartooth Disease. I'm pre-ordered their brand new album Below. I may do an album review of that, but this is a great rock album. I mean, if you're familiar with the genre, you know who Beartooth is. They're fantastic. I would love to see them live. I've not seen them live. Papa Roach Fear, Face Everything and Rise is what it stands for. Say what you want about Papa Roach, but man, I really like this album. It's really weird. It's just, he has such a good voice. So many good songs on here. I was like, man, I gotta get this. Again, a little cracked, but I've had it for a little while. But I really like this Papa Roach album. I don't know what it is. People don't seem to like it, but I do. I like it a lot. Light the Torch Revival, and speaking of Howard Jones, this is Howard Jones' new band, and he has a new, they have a new album coming out here called You Will Be the Death of Me. I think it comes out June 12th or the 26th. I don't remember. But this is their, well, they had a long history with being Like the Torch and Devil You Know, but that could be for another time. But really good rock metal album. Howard Jones, of course, sounds great in anything that he does, so really good album. Again, Light the Torch Revival. Seven Dust, Blood and Stone. I got this for a Christmas gift from my aunt. Super good album. Actually, this is their 13th album, and this is one of the best albums they've put out. I'm a huge fan of Seven Dust. Again, LJ being African American and doing this type of thing, I just really look up to him as a vocalist, and he's got a great voice. But this album's a banger. Super good song. I listen to this album quite a bit, so super good. Kublai Khan, Nomad. My friend Kyle showed me this, my best friend, so thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. This is a great hardcore album. If you're feeling upset or angry with the world, just give this a listen. You won't be disappointed. Again, Kublai Khan, Nomad. Veil of Maya, False Idol. Is that the name of the album? Yeah, False Idol. Okay. I haven't listened to it in a while, so you'll have to forgive me on some of the names. I don't know what's going on with Veil of Maya. They've been putting out a couple of singles, which have been great, but we need a new album from them. This is probably my favorite album from Veil of Maya. Again, I actually prefer this vocalist over the older vocalist, because I love his singing voice, and I know maybe some people may disagree with that, but I really like this album a lot. Even though I don't remember the names sometimes, I promise you, I'm not a poser. I really like this album a lot. Alright, like Moss of Flames, Dark Divine, I'm going to start building up a collection of this band as well. I bought this because, as I mentioned before, my best friend Kyle, this is one of his favorite albums of all time, and I've liked Like Moss of Flames for a long time, but this album was fantastic. It was a new direction for them, and I thought it worked really well. Their new album, No Eternity in Gold, I really like, but my main problem with that album is that the mix is so, everything is too mumbled together, and so it's kind of a hard listening experience, but I feel like this album, it's a different style for them, but man, it's good. It's really good. The Word Alive, Monomania, or Monomania, I don't know how to say it, to be honest, but this is a good album. A lot of people don't really like the direction that The Word Alive is going, but they got some songs on here that speak to me personally as a person who struggles with certain things, like No Way Out. Man, that song hits hard. That song hits really hard. This is a good rock album. It's not my favorite from the band, but I got the album on sale, so that's why I bought it. The Ghost Inside, self-titled. If you're familiar with the metal hardcore scene, you know the whole story with these guys. This album was such a comeback. It is so powerful. It is so emotional on every single level. It is the definition of good music. This album's another 10 out of 10 for me. One of the songs actually made me cry, and it's a metal song. And that usually doesn't happen, but it got me. It's really powerful. This one's really beat up. This is Metallica Symphony and Orchestra, like, Part 2. I bought this at Target for like $10. I don't know exactly what happened, but like the CD's fine. It's all, I put all my CDs in the case that's in my car. But man, this really got beat up. Jeez. Wow. Holy crap, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's just put that to the side. Alright, this one is one of my favorite albums of all time. And it's new, but again, I'm claiming it to be one of the best albums ever. Dayseeker, Sleep Talk. I've seen these guys live. I saw them with Polaris and Like Moss and Flames and Wage War. And I knew I would. I've known about them for a while, but this is the album that pushed me to go like, man, I love this band. This is the perfect album if you're in for a heavy mood, a soft mood. Like, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this album. Another 10 out of 10 for me. This album is great. Ice Nine Kills, The Silver Scream. This is the only album that I actually really listened to with Ice Nine Kills. I'm a big fan of horror movies, but man, this album was so good. This is like their magnum opus. They've been around for a while, but this is without question their best album. Lots of good songs on there. I love Merry Xmas. That song is so... I love listening to it around Christmas time. If you listen to it, you'll know what I mean. It's fantastic. This album's great. After the Burial, Evergreen. Again, I want to start getting more of these albums because this CD is fantastic. Super melodic, super technical, great vocals. It's only nine songs long, but man, it's like 45 minutes in length, and it's just a journey. It's a good album, really good. Again, After the Burial, Evergreen. This is also an old album. It's not even mine, but it's going to be mine now. Within the Ruins, Evade. I used to like these guys. I used to be the, like, I guess you could say heavier music at some point, but these guys are pretty good. They put out a new album called Black Heart not too long ago, and it's really good. And so this is like a 2011 album. So this is when I was still in high school. So you can tell it's very, very old, a little dusty, but it's still a good album. It's really heavy. Killswitch Engage, Atonement. What can I say about Killswitch Engage, man? Even without Howard Jones, I still love these guys. They're one of my favorite, if not my favorite, metalcore band. So, Atonement, Killswitch Engage. I got this at Target too. That's why I only have like one copy of it, or like not multiple copies of the other albums of Killswitch Engage. But I love this album. Bad Wolves, Disobey. I actually prefer their newest album they put out not too long ago. I think it's called Nation. I could be wrong, but this one has Zombie on it, and it's got some pretty good songs on it. It's not my favorite album. It was more of like an impulse buy, because I liked a few of the songs. But overall, it's okay. It's alright. Alright, we just got a few more. Alright, We Came as Romans, Cold Like War. This is a great return to form for them. This is the last album before Kyle, their vocalist, passed away. And so they're working on some new music right now. I'm sure it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I'm excited to see what they have in store. But this is a great album as well. Alright, this one I'm not too familiar with, because I, again, bought it on like an impulse buy for like $3. So it's Sirens and Sailors, Rising Moon, Setting Sun. I only listened to this album like once, but it was pretty good, from what I remember. To be honest, I haven't listened to it that much, but it's okay. It's alright. Alright, and the last one is Kingdom of Giants, Passenger. This is a really good technical metalcore album. You know, it's funny, Sharptone Records is really stepping up with these albums, dude. Or signing these bands. They're absolutely terrific. This is another band that is just great, that belongs on Sharptone. Really, really good label. Alright, so thank you so much for watching the video, guys. That is my entire CD collection that I have. I'm going to be buying more, so maybe I'll do like an updated version once I get more CDs to show off here. Again, I'm a big fan of music. I like having physical content, and so if I love the band, I generally buy a t-shirt and buy the album, especially if a new album's coming out. So I'm really excited to show off new music for you guys here. I'm excited for like Beartooth, hopefully Wage War this year. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. Again, if you want me to react to anything, kind of what this video kind of shows you what I mainly listen to, let me know down below if you want me to listen to something, check it out, do a reaction video. I would love to do that. I listen to music, watch movies, play video games, so anything in that realm I would love to react to and talk to you guys about that, to get a little more personal with my content and to get to know you guys a little bit better. So again, if you like what you saw, please feel free to hit subscribe and the like button. It does go a really long way. And with that being said, I will catch you guys next time. Take care.